May I come in, sir?
Come in.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
sir.
Sayantan.
Thank
Please
you.
be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Sayantan Ghosh.
Yes, sir.
How do you pronunciate it?
Sayantan.
Sayantan.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Sir, Sayan means evening, so a son or a child who is born during the evening hours, he is referred as Sayantan.
Is it a Bengali word or
Yes, sir, Bengali word.
Bengali word? Okay. Sayantan, you are a very bright candidate.
Thank you.
Huh? Engineer from NIT, and then from MBA from IIM Lucknow.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. And what are you doing presently?
So presently I am preparing full time for UPSC.
Okay. You served very briefly at two places.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
I worked for around 3 years.
Coal India and then Adani Transmission.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Electrical engineer.
Yes.
Okay, Adani Transmission Limited. You see, there is a new technology now for transmission of very high voltage power.
Yes, sir.
If you have to transmit 5,000 megawatt of electricity, which type of transmission line should there be?
Sir, we are switching towards the extra high voltage AC. At the same time, we are also trying to get into high voltage DC networks nowadays. As far as EHV-AC is concerned, it has gone up to 765 kV network, while in DC 500 kV is at work, and also the research is on 800 kV network also. So these are some of the networks that are in the
See, in Arunachal,
Yes, sir.
have you heard of Arunachal?
Yes, sir.
What is most important thing you know about Arunachal?
Sir, Arunachal strategic location bordering with China, and also the rich cultural heritage, the people, the tribal people, and the tourism potential that Arunachal holds.
So, in Arunachal Pradesh,
Yes, sir.
they say that it is the state having maximum hydropower potential of the country.
Right.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir. As far as the runoff river are concerned, Arunachal has a huge potential because the gradient is quite high in comparison to other plains. So that is why, as far as runoff hydropower plants are concerned, Arunachal has a great potential, sir.
Okay. Because you are an electrical engineer, that is why I am asking you these questions.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the difference between a Francis turbine and name some other?
Sir, I have to study a bit in this.
Okay. If they have to transmit 50,000 megawatt of power from Arunachal,
Yes, sir.
and there is a very narrow corridor,
Okay.
what is called that as?
Sir, I'm not.
I'll repeat my question again. If they have to transmit 50,000 megawatt power, hydropower from Arunachal to the rest of the country,
Yes, sir.
and there is only a limited space available with us, that is a corridor which is about 27 kilometer only. What is that corridor called as? Chicken neck?
I mean, if it comes through, because that is the only visible network, the 23 kilometer at the narrowest point. So, but as far as the hydropower is concerned, I am, sir, not quite aware of any specific corridor that is being referred, sir.
What is the principle of hydropower generation?
So hydropower is generally, I mean, as far as the potential is concerned, it is quite significantly less in comparison to thermal power. But
I am asking about the principle. How is hydropower generated? How is electricity generated from water?
so,
Hydro is water,
yes, sir.
huh?
Yes, sir.
And power is electricity
Yes, sir.
in this context. Or
So,
you can
yes,
say
sir.
hydroelectricity.
Yes, sir.
So, how water is able to generate power?
So, sir, I can think of three ways. The first would be the runoff hydropower project or runoff hydropower generation that we consider. The second is you store the water, and depending upon your need, you will build up the power generation. And the third would be the pumped hydro storage power generation that we use, and that is another means.
Sayantan, I was interested in knowing the principle involved in hydropower generation from water to electricity.
Sir, I'm not quite sure.
Acha, how is electricity generated?
Sir, electricity is generated through the AC generator that is being there, and through there, the electricity is transmitted through step-up transformer to the respective places.
I'm not asking about transmission. I'm asking how electricity is generated. You are an electric engineer.
Yes, sir.
I am a layman. Okay. You have to tell me, if you have to tell me in a very simple language, how is electricity generated?
So,
You have been a science student, then electrical engineer. You must be knowing how electricity is generated. Which form of energy is converted into which form?
So, sir, generally we have the running, that is mechanical or running source of energy, that is being transformed into electrical energy. And there are different means we can generate through the induction generator or the way of DC generator.
Okay, I simplify the question for you.
Okay, sir.
Water is stored in a dam.
Okay, sir.
Huh? And then where does it go for electricity generation?
Sir, mostly there is a hydroelectric plant that is associated with the dam, and based on the need, the power is generated there itself.
How? पानी है,
जी सर.
पानी से बिजली कैसे बनती है?
Sir, there is
या
a
पानी से बिजली निकाल लेते हैं फिर पानी छोड़ देते हैं?
नहीं सर.
ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
So generally we use the flow, the pace of the water. So the stored water will be run through at a certain pace. That will run the AC generator at a certain, it will rotate at a certain pace, and that will eventually generate the power.
What is that generator called as?
Sir, actually I do not recall at this point of time.
अभी मैंने तो वर्ड यूज किया था. टरबाइन में नहीं जाता है?
जी, टरबाइन में जाता है.
हैं?
जी.
क्या फंक्शन है टरबाइन का?
Sir, turbine rotates at a particular speed which generates the speed required for generation of power.
पानी डैम में स्टोर्ड है.
जी सर.
ठीक है, उससे आप टरबाइन में लेके जाते हैं.
जी सर.
टरबाइन से फिर वो बाहर निकल जाता है. ठीक है, तो इस पूरे प्रोसेस में हाउ एनर्जी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन टेक्स प्लेस फ्रॉम विच टाइप ऑफ एनर्जी टू विच टाइप ऑफ एनर्जी?
Sir, from mechanical energy to electrical energy.
पोटेंशियल एनर्जी और काइनेटिक एनर्जी?
I mean, from running source of power to, yeah, the MGHD, from potential energy to the kinetic energy that would be generated.
Okay. Is there some formula that you can say that yes, this river can generate or this particular project can generate this much power?
So,
Some broad formula.
yes, sir. So generally we have power, that is voltage into current into cos phi, the power factor that we'll be having, and from there we can calculate power, sir.
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पुराना सब्जेक्ट हो गया आपके लिए ना, उसके बाद तो एमबीए किया, तो चलो मैनेजमेंट पे आते हैं. मैनेजमेंट आपका सब्जेक्ट भी था?
जी सर.
It is very rare that people opt for management in civil services.
Yes, sir.
How did you do in your mains?
Sir,
In your optional subject, your own assessment.
Sir, I don't think I would have done very good. I have performed moderately only, because in MBA days we generally focus on some key aspects or some key specialization that we are doing in the second year. But because this management course has everything, so I don't think I have performed to the very best.
Okay. There are various motivational theories.
Yes, sir.
In management.
Yes.
Can you name some of them or all of them and identify one theory which you would apply in your day-to-day working as an administrator, and why you consider that theory better than others?
Sir, some of the theories that I can think of is situational leadership theory. The second would be Maslow's need of hierarchy, how the motivational aspects come into play. The third would be Herzberg theory of two-factor theory, the motivator as well as the hygiene factor. The fourth, sir, I can think of McClelland's theory of needs, what really drive a person need to motivate himself or herself. And finally, I can think of the contingency theory of leadership. Sir, among these, I consider the contingency along with the servant leadership model that is generally practiced is the most effective, because a leader should be aware of what is the contingency or the emergency that one should be prepared for the firm, as well as he or she should be very humble enough and careful enough of maintaining the servant mode of leadership rather than terming it as a autocratic or more of a dominant kind of a leadership model.
You have mentioned number of games in your sports and hobbies.
Yes, sir.
Lawn tennis is there, badminton is there, football is there.
Yes.
What is the dimension of badminton court and how it is different from the tennis court?
So dimensions I am not exactly aware, sir. But of course it is way too
And who are the best players in the world in both these games?
So, sir, in tennis, currently Yannick Sinner in the mains is the best player. In women, there is Arina Sabalenka from Belarus. She is the best player. In badminton, Victor Axelsen from Denmark is currently ranked 1. And in women's game, I'm not quite sure, sir, but I think Marine from Spain is currently the best player in the world.
Okay. Adani, you have worked.
Yes.
And for the last 2 months, a lot of news about Adani's since the winter session of Parliament started. Can you tell me 2-3 controversies, major controversies about Adani's?
So, sir, the recent major controversy has been regarding Adani Group, the alleged bribery case in the SEC of US. They are saying that...
Okay, that is one. That
Yes.
is old one. After that, it
and,
started with that.
yeah.
Controversy started with that, but what happened after that? Another 2-3 controversies.
So then there is the Hindenburg report.
Yes, that you told then.
And the second is, sir, the 2,000 crore bribery charge that has been labeled that Adani Group may have bribed some of the government officials.
Which state?
Sir, Telangana.
Okay, then yes, just Tell me the controversy. Don't go into details then.
And sir, the third controversy has also been regarding the shareholding pattern of the group, because there is 7 listed firms
Okay,
under group,
okay.
and the shareholding pattern is dominated.
Okay.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
explain.
Yes, sir.
Another major controversy.
And also, sir, the other controversy is Bangladesh having present.
Bangladesh.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know Sam Benegal,
Yes.
very important personality.
Yes.
It has been coming in news for the last 20 days, 25 days.
Yes.
One movie,
Sir,
very important movie.
Sir, I have seen Ankur.
No, other than that, Manthan.
Manthan, I have not seen, sir.
You have not read about Manthan coming in the newspapers? How Manthan was made? Movie Manthan was made?
Sir, I have seen his movie on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman.
Manthan was made on what? What was the theme of Manthan? No idea?
Sir,
Okay, no problem. Okay. See, right to travel, is it part of fundamental right?
sir, I'm not quite sure
Huh?
about it.
It has been coming in newspapers that if you want to travel abroad or within India, do you have a right, fundamental right?
Sir, I'm exactly not sure, but if I can guess, sir.
Huh.
So, like a person can move in any part of the country. Of course, there are some limitations as
Okay,
APSPA,
limitations will be there. Huh.
but apart from there, there is no particular movement.
Okay, if that is to be fundamental right, under what article it will come?
Sir, it will come under Article 21.
21 article, does it mention that these are your fundamental, these items are included in your fundamental right?
No, sir, it is not specifically mentioned, but due to various judgment of Supreme
Judgments,
Court.
okay. Tell me what, other than this travel, what all can be included in that, or what has been included because of Supreme Court judgments under Article 21? Right to life and liberty.
Sir, right to a person's movement, right to...
No, right to person's movement is there in 19 also.
Yes, sir. And,
21 I am asking about.
sir, right to privacy, right to marriage, I can also think of.
Right to marriage is a fundamental right? No.
Okay. Right to education, sir.
Right to
Right
education.
to health.
Right to clean environment.
Right to clean environment.
Okay. Privacy, you told, right to privacy has been made part of 21, Article 21. What was the judgment?
Sir, it was Justice Case Puttaswamy case.
Okay, all right. Pritish Nandi,
Yes, sir.
you know about Pritish Nandi?
Yes, sir, I have
Who
limited
was he?
knowledge. So, sir, he was a versatile person. He was editor of Indian Express at some stage, and also he was a very prolific filmmaker and poet also. And he died recently.
What is going to be the role of AI?
Sir,
Just 4-5 ways you tell me how it's going to be important.
AI will have multifarious role. Number one would be in the field of healthcare. AI can really drive. This year's chemistry and physics Nobel has also been given through AI-based research. So
Have you heard of zero-touch solutions in management? Zero-touch solutions,
I'm sorry, sir, I'm not.
where human interference is minimal. Everything will be taken care by AI, robots.
There is a discussion going on, but I'm not sure about the term, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Sayantan.
Yes, sir.
I have interrupted you earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I would like to avoid whatever I asked earlier.
Sure, sir.
Okay. When do we observe Good Governance Day?
Sir, on the birth anniversary of Atal Bihari
What
Vajpayee
is
ji.
that?
Sir, 25th of December.
Okay, good enough. Related, where elections are due in the year 2025?
Sir, elections
In
are
which
due
states?
in Delhi and Bihar.
Delhi and Bihar.
Yes.
Okay, only two. Huh?
These two I can
Okay,
recall.
okay, good. Related with your management only, which qualities do you think that a civil servant should possess? And how many of these do you have? And the one which you don't have, how will you overcome that deficiency? 3 questions. Qualities required to be a good civil servant, number 1. Number 2, which of these qualities do you possess? Third, the one which you don't possess, how or what will you do to overcome that particular deficiency? Question is clear?
Okay,
Please
sir.
go ahead.
Sir, some of the key attributes that I can think of is one should have multi-domain knowledge to be a good administrator.
1.
Yes.
In order of priority, if at all you can.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the second would be the ethical bent of mind that one should have. The third would be the courage to take up the challenging roles across the journey. And fourth would be following the best leadership models across the globe rather than trying to find all the new times measures of one's own. Sir, as far as my qualities are concerned, I think
Some more, if at all you can.
sure, sir. So the fifth, I can think of the ideals of inclusiveness. An administrator should always look for an inclusive team rather than getting partisaned or biased. The sixth point I can think of is judicious use of resources, because in government firm perhaps that is one thing that is missing to some extent. So productivity and performance orientation in a lean kind of management organization, that can also have a positive role in administrative setup, sir. Sir, the second part of your question, as far as
The one which you don't possess. Anyway, most of these you possess. So come straightway to that very point. Which one do you don't possess? And how will you overcome that deficiency? Is there any which you don't possess?
Sir, one thing that I would say that in my limited working sphere, because I have been associated with Coal India mostly, I do not have the kind of inclusive oriented work atmosphere that I should have undergone by now. So when I come to administration, perhaps that would be one challenge which I would like to overcome, sir. Having an inclusive gender specific kind of team and how to improve upon. And sir, the second point that I would say, I have mostly worked on hands-on kind of experience, mostly in the field areas. So once I jump onto administrative role, perhaps the switch, the transition, I do not expect it to be smooth. So I would try to inculcate the practices in the training period itself and try to imbibe upon and balance this mix of office work as well as field work, sir.
Okay, what's the difference between Ujala and Ujjwala Yojana? Ujala and Ujjwala.
So, sir, the Ujala scheme is government's scheme of providing the LED lights to maximum number of households. And sir, the Ujjwala scheme is the LPG subsidy scheme that the central government provides.
And what is this Ujjwala 2.0?
So, sir, after Ujjwala 1, we have already breached a landmark of over 10 crore beneficiaries. So, 2.0 is perhaps a bit more improvement on that. The number one being there are many unused accounts that are lying. So, using them more efficiently. Number two, sir, there have been also cases that a single user using multiple accounts to get more than the stipulated amount of LPG cylinders, to how to improve upon this financial as well as finding out the right beneficiaries using proper ID and other methods. Sir.
What is this national hydrogen policy?
Sir, national,
Brief,
yes, sir. National hydrogen policy is around 20,000 crore has been invested. The target is that by 2030, we will be having 5 million metric ton of hydrogen production and also be a leader in the...
How green hydrogen will be produced?
So, sir, green hydrogen would be produced through electrolyzer, where
Electrolysis of?
Electrolysis of water.
Water,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. And
Good enough. How many ministers in the central government could be there? Maximum number of ministers. and how that is calculated that this could be the maximum number of the ministers in the union government?
Sir, I think the constitutional mechanism speaks of having 15%
15% of
of the
total strength of
total strength of the
the
winning dispensation.
Anyway, parliament.
Member of parliament, extremely
So,
sorry, sir.
what is the, not parliament, Lok Sabha?
Lok Sabha, yes.
So, how many members are there in the Lok Sabha?
So, sir, today the stipulated strength is 543, sir.
543.
Yes,
Then what comes out to be the maximum number?
Around 75, sir.
Anyway, 81. It comes out to be 81 if you
sir.
calculate it. How many union ministers are there at present? Approximately 1 or 2 plus minus.
Sir, I'm exactly not sure, but it is in the range of 50s.
Anyway, it is 78, 79 approximately,
sir. Sorry, sir.
including Prime Minister.
Okay, sir.
So 1 or 2 less than that. Now our Honorable Prime Minister says that there should be minimum government and maximum governance. Does it go in hand with that particular statement? What does his statement mean? And whether at all in line of that?
So the statement
Question is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So maximum number could be 81.
Yes, sir.
Number is almost 1 or 2 or 3 ministers less than that. So almost the maximum number of the minister, we can say almost.
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me whether at all it goes with that particular statement which Honorable Prime Minister says that minimum government, maximum governance. What does that statement mean?
Sir, the Honorable Prime Minister meant to say that the government should not be interfering at the regular level of task that is being undertaken,
Yeah.
and the role should be more of a felicitator or supervising or regulation.
Yeah.
And sir, as far as the number of ministers are concerned, I think it is in the right direction, because ministers would be working as an overall head of the whole umbrella system, and if there is better coordination among different ministries, for example.
So what efforts have been made? You are right, you are going in the right direction. Now you tell me what efforts have been made to justify this particular statement by the central government.
Sir, I can only presume that, for example, if there is a coal ministry, there is a renewable ministry, and then there is a power ministry. Earlier, there used to be a clubbing of all these ministries, but today you have separate ministers across these, so there would be better coordination and there would be a smooth usage.
One, what else?
Sir, similarly, there is focus on the new and emerging field that is the ministries are there. For example, Ministry of Fishery.
Yeah, Ministry of Fisheries. What else? Other ministries have also been created.
Sir, the Ministry of Cooperation that
Cooperation.
I can...
And
yes,
one
sir.
more.
Sir,
Prior to that, Ministry of Cooperation. Skill development. Anyway,
Skill development.
So go ahead. What else would you like to say? Number of the laws, whether at all the number has been reduced.
Number of...
And clubbing some of the laws, whether that has been done. Ease of doing business,
Yes,
single
sir.
window portal system, could that be?
Ease of doing business.
So it
of
has
course.
nothing to do with the number of ministers. Because some new ministries have also been created only to ease that.
Yes, sir.
The efforts have been made. That is what our Honorable Prime Minister means. That
Yes.
minimum government, maximum governance. Can we say like that?
I think, sir, there is a lot of merit in this point, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Sayantan,
Yes, sir.
You are a good candidate, but you have to improve upon
The engineer.
your electricity part
Yes.
much.
Yes.
Okay, like principle of hydroelectricity generation is potential energy to electrical energy passing through the turbine, and their conversion of potential energy to mechanical then electric. Okay,
Yes, sir.
the principle is height and volume of water. जितना ऊंचाई से पानी गिरेगा
G.
उतना ज़्यादा
रोटेशन का स्पीड होगा
उतना ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ज़्यादा जनरेट
जी
होगी.
सर
जितना वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशन.
जी सर
So these are two basic things, height and
वॉल्यूम
volume of water. Likewise for transmission also, high voltage lines you have to prepare well. Okay. So because it is mentioned there and you have worked also in that transmission area.
Sir, actually, the firm took it us as Adani Group's employee only, and I was assigned a task on the renewable energy front. But then again, the name.
These excuses nobody
True,
listens.
of course.
Once it is there in your
True,
DAP,
sir.
you have to be thorough about it.
True, sir.
Okay?
True, sir.
And once you go to the renewable energy, there will be lot many questions.
Yes.
He asked only about green hydrogen.
Yes.
There are other forms of hydrogen. What are those?
Sir,
Gray hydrogen.
pink hydrogen, turquoise hydrogen.
So please prepare for that.
Yes.
And now you have done, so I will not say anything on that. You have mentioned lawn tennis also, you have mentioned badminton also, you have mentioned football also.
Yes.
It would have been better if you mentioned only one game and prepared well for that. Now you have to prepare for all three of them.
Everything.
Yes. Yes.
So you prepare everything, starting from the court size to the different tournaments held world over,
Yes.
different tournaments in India, different players, their strengths.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So DEF related questions you have to prepare very well.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes.
And then simultaneously for your management thing also, because you have done both the courses from good institutes, so they will expect you to be much
Right.
conversant about the things.
Yes.
And of course the current affairs and all you will be required to know.
Yes.
Your interview is on 17th?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
17th of this month.
Yes, sir.
See, when you enter, 5 members will be sitting in your PSC.
Yes, sir.
Don't wish them individually. Good morning, sirs, or good afternoon, sirs.
Okay.
If lady member is there, wish her first, then others. Okay. Otherwise, you will waste lot of time. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Avoid that. Okay. Listen to question properly. Like this electricity question, you are just confused.
Yes, sir.
Potential energy to kinetic energy. Listen to question properly, and if you are not able to understand, request again.
Okay.
And be specific in your replies. Don't give details. My questions, you started giving details. I am saying, just tell me the points.
Right. Sir.
Okay. And my all questions were from current affairs.
Right. Sir.
Whether those are 1 day old, 10 days old, 20 days old.
Yes.
So you have to be thorough about current affairs.
Right. Sir.
National and international both.
National and international both.
Right, sir.
From the current affairs, other supplementary questions will come, but all generated from current affairs.
Right, sir.
Like the right to travel and all. These are newspaper reports. Based on that only I asked. Okay. Your coordination example, that coordination is better in 3 ministries, that is wrong.
Okay.
When 3 heads are there, that is coordination is better, or under 1 head coordination will be better. Anyway, I'm just telling. So be careful in giving examples also.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, a pleasing personality, smiling face, that all things are good.
And when you go for the interview,
Yes, sir.
go clean shaven.
Clean
Yes,
shape.
sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Hmm?
Right, sir.
Only
All the
one
best,
thing, whenever you don't know answer of any question, it is better to say that you don't know with that confidence only, as if it is answer of the question. If you are 80-90% sure,
Yes, sir.
instead of saying can I guess, you can say, sir, though I am not very much sure, can I make an attempt, though both leads to same thing. Guess कह लो चाहे attempt कह लो, लेकिन वो guess उतना अच्छा नहीं
जी
लगता.
सर. जी. जी.
Avoid करना है, लेकिन अगर sure हैं 89%, then you can say like that.
Okay. Okay, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you for your
Wish
time,
you
and
all
I
the
will
best.
Stand up,
definitely
say
work.
thank you, sirs, then go.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Only once. Huh?
Yes.